Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be Shuttle, the Protoss player, against the OFFRACING Mini as Zerg here on Retro. Top left, it is Shuttle, playing his normal Protoss, wearing red, and in the bottom right it's going to be a blue Zerg player. It is Mini. I've never seen Mini OFFRACING before, or maybe I have. I've cast a lot of replays. This is from 2024, January. So it's a very, very fresh replay from RJB. Check him out at youtube.com/@RJB_TV. And let's see how Mini's Zerg is. He knows to scout with the Overlord. That's good. And was it a random from Mini, or did he choose Zerg in the lobby? I think if it was random, then I feel like this probe would be scouting here on Retro, but yeah, this low ground pylon basically confirms that he knows that Mini is Zerg, because low grounding against Terran or Protoss is kind of a bad idea, but low ground against Zerg is pretty much the standard here. So, ooh, gateway opening here. Zealots in your future, Mr. Mini. You know the risk of that. And, yep, hatch first here around 12 supply. Cha-chow. And there it is. Bam, sucker. Alright, so tossing that sucker down. Hatch first in it. Big 4-player map is Retro. Not going to be too much of a problem, I don't think. PD the probe is scouting out. Sees no... yeah, and this, again, Zerg, right? No creep. Scout somewhere else. Drone says, hope I'm not being double gateway proxied. 2-gate proxied. Taking the life into his own hands here by going hatch first against a Protoss. And pow. No, don't scout. Okay, never mind. Go ahead, scout. Everything's okay. And hatch first timing. So this Zealot is going to go beelining towards the bottom right. Jump. Robert the Zealot Merchant, FalconPaladin.store. Pool, not quite done. Extractor done. Saturating it with 3 drones immediately. Very, very good. I see that Mini knows how to do that as Zerg. And a little bit of probe harass here. Just softening up these drones for Mr. Robert the Zealot. And is that it? Just one Zealot? Oh. Abort mission. Okay. What? Huh. I don't know. Third hatch coming up at 3 minutes. Yeah, I feel like the drone scouted this, right? Or else this would be a super, super risky move. Huh. I don't know. I do not know what this probe saw to tell the Zealot to go back home. But it's a hatch first, and then just making 2 lings. Well, 2 more sets of lings here. Oh yeah, so 4 lings on the map, and then 4 more lings popping, so 8 Zerglings to prepare for the Zealot. But I don't know, did we overmake lings here? Because the Zealot did not show up, and now these Zerglings are fairly useless, especially with this cannon coming up. Yeah. Okay, so getting baited into make lings instead of drones. Shuttle is ahead here. Just spy a little bit. Got a Stargate coming in. And a lair on the way here from the first 100 gas. And the second 100 gas is going to be for a metabolic boost. Because you know that slowlings are kind of garbage. Well, good in the early game, but garbage after, you know, about 5 or 6 minutes. Yeah? Yeah, so... okay. So we've got 8 lings out on the map. Might as well use them for scouting. Because they are useless otherwise. Alright, so an interesting opening here in this PVZ. Immediately starting Corsairs. This Robert the Overlord. Robert Terry. Wow. Terra the Overlord's like, run as fast as you can. There is a Corsair on the way. Hydralisk Den on the way as well. Yeah, because the lair is a little bit too late for you to throw down a Spire and then get Scourge out in time for this Corsair. Very good. Very, very good. Very good reasoning here, Mr. Mini. Okay, so 2 Hydralisks on the way, another Zealot on the way, a Citadel of a Dune being warped in from Shuttle. And Shuttle does like his shuttles. Ha ha ha. Ooh, +1 air weapons. Alrighty then. Supply blocking the Zerg. Alright, Mini, come on. Alright, so you have another Overlord here on the way. But man, being supply blocked here at 5 minutes. Not good. Not even a little bit good. So, huddle all around the Hydralisks, Mr. Overlords. Pa-pow, pa-pow. That's right, get out of here. It does take a substantial number of hits for a Hydralisk to kill a Corsair. They're pretty tanky, as most Protoss units are, but it just feels like, even with Hydras, it's so difficult. So difficult to kill. So difficult to kill a Corsair until you get upgrades on the Hydras and you have a pack of them. And then a Corsair flies over and they all go, and then the Corsair dies. That feels pretty good. But I mean, that takes a while to get there, obviously. There is going to be a Spire on the follow-up. I thought maybe this would just be Hydras, but no, going to be a Spire. Templar Archives on the way. Storm getting researched absolutely, positively in this game. No questions asked. First Shuttle. Working on Zealot Leg, because you're not going to skip that either. And I'm curious, are we going to see Mutalisks used in the way that they're going to pick off High Templar, and that's pretty much it. We're not going to try to use them to harass. We're not going to try to use them to deal with the Corsairs. That's what Scourge and Hydras are for. The Mutas are solely going to be to try to pick off High Templar in the composition of the Protoss, so that Mass Hydra is actually kind of insanely good. Because Mass Hydra would kill Protoss every single game if High Templar didn't exist. It would be impossible for Protoss to win anything if Storm was not a thing. I'm not kidding. I don't care what you do as Protoss. What do you do? Mass cannons? Mass speed lots? No, absolutely not. Not going to be enough. Any Sunkens up? Thinking about it. A little late now. Look at this drone body blocking. Ah, the Zealots came around the other way. Oh, that wasn't only the way in. All right, well, Zealots focusing on this creep is buying a little bit of time for Lings to get over here to help, because Hydras in general not going to have a great time against these speed lots, at least not this number of speed lots. Drones are dying. Drones are getting specifically target fired here. These Zealots are kind of, wow, bouncing around a little bit. Their pathing is getting messed up somehow. Stacking the drones down here to avoid taking drone deaths. This guy, a little bit tight. No Sunkens to help. It's going to be just a bit of a bloodbath here for the Zerg, but all 4 Zealots went down. It is 48 to 35 workers, though. I'm surprised at Mini not getting a Sunken down earlier here. He's got one at the 3rd base now. He's learned his lesson, but he's been on the other side of this 8 billion times. Like, you don't think he'd be like, maybe get a Sunken down by the 8-minute mark would be a good idea, but nope. Apparently not. Come on, Mini. You got this. He might be the best Protoss player in the world right now, so I am curious to see if he can win here as a Zerg against Shuttle, who's insanely good as well, but maybe not the best Protoss player in the world, right? Right. What are the ELO rankings, actually? I need to check this out. When did RJB most recently give us the ELO rankings? I'm going to say it was a few days ago. But, Scourge, or I guess hunting for Corsairs, or going for a scouting run up here. I like that. Bit of a scouting run in here. It's like, okay, see anything we're really scared about? This Templar Archives is hidden back here behind a cannon and all these Corsairs. They get a sniff of how many Corsairs there are. And that +1 attack upgrade is done, so you gotta know. Yeah, Scourge is kind of hunting around, as they will do. And getting picked out of the sky by Dragoons. All right, 3rd base coming up. Zergling Scouts, it says. That's definitely a 3rd Nexus. Oh, 13 Hydras on the way. Do we want to try to bust this would be the question. There's our flock of Mutas. Or do we want to maybe try to get a 4th base and try to out macro here, right? Right. Okay, where are we looking at for the ELO stuff? All right, so on the 28th of January, he posted the most recent ELO rankings. Give us names on this. Ah, what did I say about trying to harass? God, there's Storm done. I don't know. No connections on those Corsairs at all. The Mutaflock is this. Mini. How? I just don't understand. Okay. All right. Flying over cannons. Phew. Not a big fan of investing this much into mutas. Okay, maybe they're going to get a couple probe kills here. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Ah, I can't find it. Can't find the current ELO rankings. That's okay. Come join the Discord server. RJB posts them every, week or couple weeks or so. 4th base coming up right side for Mini. His mutas have just really not done what he wanted them to do, and he's making more mutalisks. So look. I'm not going to call this a game over, because the mutas can be used to pick off High Templar at this stage of the game. Look at like this guy right here. He's got enough energy for 2 storms, and he's very, very scary. If he gets picked off, even if he gets a storm off and does kill a couple mutas, it's probably going to be worth it in the end for him to die. So got to keep this in mind. I do like the little groups of Zerg units that are just kind of spread across the map here. It's like, oh yeah, Corsairs give you map control, do they? Not today. Not my groups of Hydras. Is he going in? He's going in. Is he bringing this group? He's just kind of poking a little bit. Poke, poke, poke. This Corsair ball is intense. There are no more on the way, but no reason we couldn't see more in the future. Especially with this Mutaball flying around. Overlord down, not a supply block on Mini. That's okay. Mini's doing all right. Firing up 16 more Hydras. Oh, man. Is he doing the thing? Mini! Are you doing the thing? Are you trying to go all of the Hydralisks known to Zerg kind? Trying to make that win. Okay, fine. So these mutas are doing some stuff. Some probes died here. Now it's fewer probes than drones on the map, actually. 55 to 52 in favor of Mini. So, okay, fine. Where are the Corsairs, though? Why are they way down here? Guys, okay, all right, fine. You know what? Well, he did take some storm there. I did hear the sound. Yeah. All right, Hydralisks, what do we got? What do we have today? It is a supply block on Mini. The Corsairs were killing Overlords, but probes dying at this stage of the game is not great. Got to bring the probes back to work here inside the main base. 7 Overlords, 8 Overlords at a time being produced for Mini because he never wants to be supply blocked ever again. Dragoons, Zealots, High Templar, Reavers probably in the future here from Shuttle. Might go for some of those storm drops. A little bit harder when there's a giant Mutalisk Scourge ball running around. Scourge! Oh, good Corsair Micro. Ooh, maybe not the best. Corsair ball gets knocked down to 3 from 7. Okay, that hurts. And Mini is doubling down on Mutalisks. Here go the mutas. And guess what we're making? Because there's no Hive Tech. Dragoons! Mass Dragoons with speed lot support. It's going to be amazing. Ooh, mutas. What do they have up? They've got Carapace, so they're better, obviously. Kind of like this setup for Mini. Hydra's holding the top of this ramp. High ground, good. Templar gets a storm up the ramp. Oh, Hydras eat it. Wow, that was a big time storm there. Probes going down. Hydras trying to whittle down these Dragoons while the mutas go to town on the probes. They're just here to provide a bit of a Zerg wall so that the mutas can kill tons of probes. My gosh, this is some of the most effective probe killing I've seen in a pro game. Mini. Yes, he's doubling down on the mutas, but he's getting value out of it. It's 54 to 37 workers now in favor of our off-racing Protoss Mini here, who is playing Zerg. He's expanding up the right side to a 5th base. He's dive-bombing back into this 3rd base of shuttles. Trying to get, there you go, trying to focus individual probes here. There's not a cannon in this mineral line. WTF, dude! This is... Okay, this is some of the most effective Muta harass I've seen in a ZVP, especially from an off-racing Zerg player. Alright, Shuttle says, enough is enough. I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna try to win this thing. Maybe don't block your Zealots from getting on top of these Hydras, or bait them in and maybe think they're safe and then storm their faces. That's a good thing to do, too. This Muta, no, bad rally. Muta dies. Muta's dodging storms, picking off High Templar. Really trying. Are there two separate groups of Mutas in here? This is insanity. Muta's High Templar down. Storm's still pretty good. My gosh, the storms have been almost endless, but guess what? The High Templar are now dead. The Dragoons are now dead. It's 125 to 115 supply in favor of Mini, and he's up 53 to 42 workers as well, and his top right 5th base just popped. Dude, Mini is sort of killing it here. He's playing ZVP so well. This is really bringing me back and reminding me of the light. OFFRACING as Protoss playing against Flash game that still lives rent-free in my memory. So it's not Hydra Lurker, it's Hydra Muta. Middle of the map engagement here. Oh, the storms are just amazing. But then when they're gone, you gotta get out of there. That's exactly how this works. 54 workers, more workers being added on here very slowly from Mini. The Dragoons. The Dragoons are just going to continue to have value here as long as there's no Dark Swarm, and Mini's not interested in Dark Swarm. Generally, I would say, if you haven't started your Hive by the 17-minute mark against a Protoss player as good as Shuttle is, you're probably just going to die. But honestly, this Muta Hydra thing is working so well. I feel like maybe it's got more legs on it than a traditional Hydra Lurker strategy against this would have. High Templar sniped, High Templar sniped. Man, if these Mutas had attack upgrades, think how much better they'd be. These Mutas, man. This is so many dead Mutalisks as Shuttle tries to bust up this ramp. More High Templar joining the party. Hydra's not being microed because they're trying to micro the Mutalisks to within an inch of their lives. Okay, Ob snipe. Not that it really matters. There are no Lurkers here. Oh, the storms just keep coming. Okay, we're out of storms now, but these drones at this right side 4th base are dead. It's 47 drones remaining to 45 probes, but more High Templar are dying as the reinforcing Hydras finally show up. Everybody dies. The hatch lives, and I think that was okay for Mini. It was okay for Mini. It wasn't great. Losing those drones was bad, but he could afford to lose some because he has extra bases, because he wiped out the probe count at this 3rd base of Shuttles, and that was just kind of Shuttle giving it as good as he got here, right? +2 attack on the Hydras. The gateway units, the ground units for the Protoss are sitting at 2-2 with a 3rd armor on the way. Really going to help against these Hydras. Really going to help against these Mutas, especially as more Mutas continue to be produced. There was something red up here, and I don't know what it was, but then it died. And I don't know how. So I don't know if the drones killed a scouting probe or something, but here comes Shuttle. He's like, oh, there's a base over here. This is not good. Trying to come up on the backside too, though. So high ground held by the Hydras. Mutas trying to stack and kill. If they can bait out storms that are not hitting Hydras, the Mutas are doing their jobs, man. Still a storm left on that. Still a storm left on that. 2 storms left. Okay, I think that's it for storm. No, 1 storm left. I thought maybe the High Templar stormed and then died. Look at him parking at the bottom of that ramp. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. Storm on the high ground. That Sunken going to provide a lot of value on that ramp. Surprised there weren't more Sunkens here earlier. Shuttle, he's just down overall in supply. He's down in base count substantially. He's down in worker count. He's trying to pick off more High Templar die. He's trying to pick off one of these bases. The high ground is very 300 right now. 3 Hydras versus an entire Dragoon army. But this Muta Hydra thing, kind of awesome. Free High Templar, free High Templar, free High Templar. Oh, he had enough energy for a storm, too. He just straight up died. Zealots being added into the mix. This High Templar's got a storm. Hydra's backing out, but buying time for more Hydras to be produced at this base. Maybe another Sunken. 13 Hydras at a time being coming up here. 3 Mutalisks at a time. Zealots and High Templar, and that upgrade is here, too. This has been intense. This has been a great game from RJB. Off-Racing Mini, man. This is why I love casting off-racing professional players. They have so much fun. Okay, well, the mutas are all dead, making mutalisks, getting value out of them in a way that I really haven't seen very often. In ZVP especially. So it's no lurkers, it's no hive tech, it is hydralisk, it is mutalisk, and I don't know. At this point of the game, if it was hydra lurker, I'd pretty much call it game over for the Zerg. It's just so tough to deal with the upgrades on the Protoss. And, well, all right, top right base is dead. Mini does not seem interested in actually responding to that. He's going to go ahead and take down the only source of income for Shuttle, which might be a big deal. Just throwing that out there. Dude, these High Templar turning into Archons. Zealots trying to buy time for those Archons to summon in. Hydras jump in. There are no High Templar here. There are no Reavers here. News is getting insane. The only source of mineral income for for Shuttle rather, is here. And it's toast. There's no saving it. The army is not responding to that. For Shuttle, he's going to come down and try to wipe out this 4th base after having killed the 5th base. Sunken's getting work in. Sunken Hydra doing their very best here, but my gosh, that +3 armor on these units is really strong. This base is going to die. Drones evacing. It's 46 to 20 probes, but no, it is now 36 drones to 20 probes. Trying to ninja sneak a base up here this left side. Shuttle is. I don't know. Is he sending everything? He needs to send something to check this. Mini does right away. Is he going to bust in? He's going to bust right on in here. This game is getting an epic tag. I cannot tell you how close this is right now. I don't think that either army wants to fight the other army, but we're base racing at this point. That's it. The natural base of Shuttle gonna die. This sneaky base might be the saving grace for Shuttle here. Okay. There is a Sunken down here at this mined-out 3rd base. There's a lot of macro hatches, so maybe you want to try to save it, but I don't even know. I don't know. The DTs are being produced. That is how desperate things are right now for Shuttle. This is absolutely just heart-pounding excitement right now. Drones evacing. It's 21 drones, but there's nowhere to safely mine except for still mining at the natural base in the main, because that's how Zerg rolls. Yeah, it's just a Hydra Muta army murderizing everything inside your main base. The DT's popping out. Womp. Womp. DT. Dan, the Dark Templars in here. Where are your the Overlords are slow. He never got Overlords, speeding 22 minutes. Mining his Shuttle at the sneaky ninja base that nobody knew existed. Oh, Dan. Dan's dead. Slow Overlord finally joined the party. 69 to 40 overall supply. Natural base mining out. Main base still has some bits and pieces of sprinklings of minerals here. Not a lot. About 100 per. Is he... What is this? Is this game sense? He's like, wait a second. Is there actually... Oh, there is. You kill every one of your probes. One probe remains from Shuttle. A single probe remains from Shuttle. Dude, I think Mini has done this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me that this is happening right now? Hydra Muta at 23 minutes. It's just the income for the Zerg is not good. He's got some, but some income versus some income kind of favors the Protoss. We're going to leave these pylons up, I guess. We left some pylons up at this 3rd base, too. He's setting up. He is setting up for a massive assault on this base. There is two High Templar in here with, 3 storms each? 3 storms each on Archon and some 3/2 Dragoons with 2 attack and 3 armor. The Muta is trying to pick at the periphery here. There are 11 of them. I wish he'd given them an attack upgrade. He's leaned so heavily onto Mutas today to only... Oh, wow. Not as much anymore. To not give them an attack upgrade, only give them 1 Carapace upgrade is weird. So High Templars survive. I think that was an assassination attempt on them. But see, here's the trick. Well... Okay, there's enough resources on these mineral patches, I think. Maybe not. to give the Zerg player 300 minerals to expand. Muta's dive bomb in. Going after probes and High Templar. Are the High Templar dead? They are. I think that's it. The Muta sacked, and bam! Mini comes out on top in a 25-minute ZVP where Off-Racing Mini beats Shuttle. Incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible stuff. Oh, what an insanely epic game. Insanely epic game there from Mini. Just knocking my socks off here. I cannot believe that worked. I'm looking at it. I'm staring at it. Hydra Muta. New meta, everybody. It's how you play ZVP. You don't need lurkers. You don't need hive tech. You barely need lings at all. Just Hydras. Give them +2 attack. No carapace. Give your Mutas +1 carapace and no attack. And you can defeat a Protoss army with Archons, Dragoons, Zealots, and Storm with amazing upgrades. Wow. And it was tight. It was tight. Zerg player mining from here. Long distance mining from his own 4th base. Completely mined out. Dead. Yeah, this is like using Mutas to kill High Templar to its extreme. Its extreme example. Absolutely bananas. Bananas that Mini won this game. Thanks for the replay, RJB. That was something. And then both players were like, oh, I'm losing bases. Bah, defending is for the weak. I'm going to go kill stuff. Like, this base is dying. Mini says, nah, I'm going to go kill the 3rd base. And 3rd base is dying. And Shuttle's like, nah, I'm going to go kill your 4th base. And then try to get into your natural base and into your 3rd base, too. And then Mini says, I don't want to defend this at all. I'm going to go kill your nat. And then your entire main. How's that sound? And just... There was some base defense in this game, but not a lot. Very, very funny stuff. What do we get? 222,000 points to 209,000 points here in favor. Actually, yeah, in favor of the Protoss. Sometimes that point total does not tell the truth. 2-to-1 ratio outbuilding units by Mini. The kill death ratio is very similar too. This was a close game. 45 Protoss buildings raised, 11 Zerg buildings raised. Yeah, makes sense. And the outspend. This is humongous. 12,000 resources, a little bit less than outspending in 25 minutes is big. All those bases, getting work in there. Never really a 4th base from Shuttle today. He got a 4th, but only after his 3rd was gone, so I'm not sure it actually technically counts, but you know. A lot of fun. Definitely a ton of fun. What a great, just really great ZVP that was. That is epic level, man. All right. Well, GG. That's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.